What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka NinosCorner, man. First off, if you like this content that's coming to you, man, go hit that subscribe button. Go give me a like and a comment on all my videos, man. It means a lot. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, go give me a like, a comment, a review on all the streaming podcast platforms, whether it's Google Play, whether it is Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Breaker, the whole nine. We're there, man. Go give us a like and a comment. But today, man, this is going to be the wide receiver edition. We're going to talk about a couple things that have happened over the past day that are going to greatly impact the wide receiver room here at the University of Texas. First off, we just heard that Jake Smith is entering the transfer portal. You guys know that he was fighting for time at that slot position, at the wide receiver position. You guys know he was the Gatorade Player of the Year just a few years back when he was in high school. We expected a lot of big things from Jake Smith here just over his last 2 years here at Texas, but he's been kind of injury plagued, and he's coming into camp and he has a battle against Jordan Whittington from what all of the reports are saying. But also we got a new guy on campus, Xavier Worthy, who has, from what we are hearing from guys from inside Texas and other sites of that nature, that this guy's impressing everybody. He's coming in with a vengeance. He's coming in to be somebody who is going to press for playing time immediately. You're talking about a guy who was fast, explosive, quick twitch, a legit 4.4 guy who's run in the sub, let's say 10.6 range there in the 100-meter dash coming out of high school. A very fast kid. So you're looking at the competition that Steve Sarkisian is actually bringing here to Texas, and you're seeing that he's bringing in speed. He's bringing in guys that are going to compete. He's bringing in competition, and maybe this is what's forcing other guys to potentially leave. I'm not saying that's why Jake Smith left, but I'm saying that, hey, when you have more competition here, you start counting who's going to get playing time. If you look at Sarks' old offenses, especially at Alabama, what he did not do was sub in a bunch of wide receivers. He was the guy who would run with his 4 or 5 guys, and those would be the guys he would run with all game. Unlike what we saw here at Texas over the past couple of years in the Tom Herman regime, where we would see multiple wide out units swapping in and out. So also what happened today, guys, we just found out that freshman wide out Keithron Lee out of Brian Rutter has a charge on him. And so I don't know what exactly the charge is, what he's been charged with, but it has caused him to actually be dismissed here from the team. I don't know if that's a permanent dismissal or something temporarily, but he's not with the team anymore. But from what I understand, it's aggravated assault, if I'm not mistaken. So so the wide receiver room here at Texas is taking a hit just over the last 24 hours, losing both Keithron Lee, the freshman out of Brian Rutter, and also losing Jake Smith to the portal. So let's go ahead and let's just take a look at the different guys that are still on campus and hopefully where these guys are going to fit. So first off, guys, the guy that we've already talked about, Xavier Worthy, man, who is potentially going to shake some things up and hopefully get some playing time this year, especially with his speed. We know Sark loves that speed, right? Also, guys, I got a guy, hey, Casey Kane. He's a freshman this year also. Jordan Whittington, who, from most fans' accounts and for most people associated with the program, are expecting him to have one hell of a season this year. Josh Moore, who, had just 9 touchdown catches last year. I mean, that's a lot of touchdown catches. So we got a guy who's going to be very productive also. So Jake Smith is gone. We have Avante Woodard, Jaden Alexis, Marcus Washington, Calvante Dixon, a.k.a. Moochie, Troy Amiri, who everybody's high on, Dejon Harrison, and Kai Money. So that's what we're left with. And when you actually heard Steve Sarkisian talk about the wide receiver room when he first got here on campus, he said that is one deep room. I think he made a joke that said, hey, we got like 50 guys in the room or something like that. But yeah, the wide receiver room and the tight end room was very deep here at Texas, and Texas could honestly use some attrition. You hate to see a guy like Jake Smith go into the portal because he is such a talented guy. Guys that are high 4 stars to have the potential to be 5-star guys and Gatorade National Players of the Year just don't grow on trees. And he once he puts it all together, it's going to be a productive player for whoever he plays with. However, hey, we got to keep moving. keep shaking and jiving, guys, and you got to play with the guys who are here with you. So just a lineup, guys, with Troy Murray, Jordan Whittington, Xavier Worthy, Josh Moore, Cavante Dixon. When you start to look at a group of those guys, saying that these guys can stay healthy, we'll be in a great situation here at Texas. I wouldn't say great, let's say a really good situation here at Texas when it comes to the wideout room. So guys, let me know what you think about Jake Smith, just putting his name in the transfer portal, and also Keithron Lee not being with the team anymore due to a pending case over his head now. It's going to be very interesting here on the 40 acres when it comes to that position here in the spring, and well, not in the spring, guys, in the fall and into the season, and we shall see what happens. But just from all the reports that we're hearing, guys, from a guy like Xavier Worthy, hey, you got to be pleased with that. And then the incoming freshman coming in for the 22 cycle, looking at a guy like Armani Winfield, and hopefully getting some guys back in the fold, maybe Evan Stewart. So, but neither here nor there. Let's not talk about the 22 class, so stay here on what's on campus and what is currently not on campus or about to leave, and how that is actually shortening up the actual wide receiver room, guys. So Jake Smith out, just due to the transfer portal. I don't think people should be too shocked about that. There's been rumors about that here for the last year or so. And also Keithron Lee, true freshman, not with the team anymore due to an assault case. So guys, leave the comments down below. Let me know what you think, man. Is Texas going to be all right with the subtraction of these two players not on the final roster anymore? And who is going to step in and actually take the place, especially of a guy like Jake Smith, to compete for playing time at that slot position? And that's it, guys. I'm out, man. On that note, man, do you. Like I always tell you guys, don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance, man. Do you. And NinosCorner, I'm out.